Alright, so the next order of business is going to be taking this exhaust and chopping it into about 5 pieces and making it fit in the space that we have here. I'm going to start by making a cut at this seam, right at this first initial elbow. My next cut is going to be at this seam here, all the way around. Alright, now I know it doesn't look like much, but this is our exhaust. I'm going to grab the subframe and put that on, and then grab the silencer so I can figure out where this needs to point. Alright guys, so I got the exhaust finished up. I ended up weaving the whole thing with my TIG welder. Now, I'm sure there's someone who could do it better, but it was great practice for me. There's spots that didn't turn out how I wanted it to, but the reason I went with weaving is I was hoping it would blend poor fit up, and there was nothing I could really do about the fit up. I used the whole original exhaust. I cut a little sliver out of back here, and it ended up going in right here, as you can see. So I used every little bit of this exhaust did what I could with it. Kept it nice, fitment's good. There's room on both sides under the frame. There will be more room under this side once I get that tab cut out, but right now that tab is holding up on that side of the exhaust, so that's got to get cut out, and then fitment will be literally perfect. And I got to make a bracket, which I'm going to try to hide underneath the gas tank. Some sort of bracket for all of our electronics. They'll be up out of the way then. You won't see them from the side, and then they'll be up out of any sort of snow, water, anything, you know, is my goal with it. So the first thing we need is a gas tank so we can figure out exactly how this is all going together. Okay, so that is where the gas tank is going to sit, and that gives us an idea of how much room we have under here to work with. I might not even have to make a bracket. It'll just be... So this just got a whole lot easier. I don't really need to make a bracket because this can just bolt onto that like perfectly. What about even if I turn it this way, just in case I need to do that for some reason? Yeah, that would work. So then I'm just going to have to weld little tabs on to mount our ignition coil, which should be easy enough. Plenty of room. Alright, so I got these two itty bitty little brackets. I cut them off of the other frame that I have. They came from right here. Like, this is what that is right there. That piece. And then I just took them to the belt sander and cleaned them up the best I could. And these are going to be for the ignition coil. And they're going to go like right under this lip here and here to mount the ignition coil to. And then the ignition coil will be tucked right up tight as it can be in this area. And then there's a little bump in the gas tank, so it's like perfect to go there. And it's in spitting distance from the spark plug, which will be perfect. This is actually the old one, so I'm going to bolt these little tabs to this and then use this as the jig to weld them on here, because that's junk. So alrighty, so I'm just putting these tabs on this old ignition coil to use as a jig to weld them in. Because they are so small, they're going to be super volatile when welding, so they're going to pull and move a lot, and I don't really have anything else to hold them, so this is my best shot. And then they're just going to go tight under that lip right there. I think that's going to be the easiest and cleanest option. And just making sure the tops are square like that. Oh shoot, totally forgot I need to clean the paint up. Same with that. And for that, I will use a combination of these tools. Okay, that should be plenty good. Oh, I should have put safety glasses on. Oh, that's your reminder, fellas. Oh, it's a little band file dust. I do want to take a little more here. Now we need, how hot is this? Okay, it's really not that hot.
You hear that funky little noise? That's the mic's cutting out. So the whole rest of the video has no audio. I apologize for that. It gives no warning. Like this whole time I'm working away, trusting my mics that they're doing their job, but no, they're not. So anyway, I ended up drilling a hole for the other mount on the CDI. There was already a hole there for the existing upper motor mount on the YFZ. So I utilized that one hole and then just had to drill another hole off to the side to mount the CDI. Ended up working out pretty good. I'm happy with how everything turned out up there. They're up out of the way, hopefully away from any sort of water, snow intrusion, with this being an ice quad. That being said, back to the mic issues. If you guys have any suggestions on mics, like that you think will help with my breathing noise and help with the issues I'm having, drop it down in the comments. I'd love any sort of suggestion on that because I don't know a whole lot about mics. I got these because they're supposed to be super entry level user friendly, which they are, but now that I've used them for a little bit, there's no adjustability on them. You have the option between 3 gain levels, and that is it. So I'd like to get something with a little more adjustability because even on the lowest gain level on these mics, it still picks up my breathing noise, and it's really bothersome to me because I know it's not enjoyable for you guys to sit there and listen to me huff and puff. But the weird part is, on my editing software, the breathing noise isn't that bad. So like that's why I haven't really messed with it a whole lot, because on my end, it doesn't sound that bad. But as soon as I put it on YouTube, it's just like that's all you hear is me huffing and puffing. So any input you guys have on that, feel free. I'm not going to be offended. Same with any input on the videos, things that I can do better, things I should work on. Let me know. This is all new to me. I have no idea what I'm doing, as you can probably tell with the filming aspect and all of that stuff. The editing, I get the editing's probably pretty rough. I apologize. This is all super new to me. It's going to take some time, some practice. So here I am, just showing you how the CDI and the ignition coil went in there, blabbering on about something. I am super happy with this and how those are tucked up there. It just gives me a little bit of peace of mind. And I don't think there really is a better place to put them. on this setup. Alrighty, I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you guys so much for watching.